great time. They're just talking about how bad their bracket went, but
I know who KayFlock is.
Yeah, you didn't know?
I know who KayFlock is.
Okay, yeah, my fault. I didn't want to, you know, break out the ancient texts, the old tag and all that. But we are on Pokemon Stadium for Game 1, as is tradition, and we are getting into some good old-fashioned neutral, the Zelda down special and the PK Fire from Ness.
Seeing Zelda recently, I believe Alo from Tri Showdown, who played Zelda, doing extremely well and has reinvigorated my hope in this character.
Okay.
Tenfold. And
10 times 0 is a lot.
Well, maybe for you. For me, I can do math, so I don't know what that means. We're going to be seeing KayFlock on that Zelda and PkChris still on that Ness, of course. And like you said, on the PS2, as usual, lots of space to really run around with, and I think anyone who's going to have a lot of leeway here is probably going to be Ness.
Right. Those platforms are the perfect height to do sort of those PK Fires, to cut off the approaches from a character who doesn't necessarily have the best time approaching in general. But so far, PkChris kind of just playing at a perfect range just outside of the Phantom, and then boxing with K-Play once the approach follows that Phantom. And it's been good so far, just spacing these forward airs, because Zelda doesn't have, Zelda has one really good option out of shield, as we see right there with the forward air, but not a ton of action out of shield that you have to worry about necessarily. So good stuff from PkChris. Has a good tempo, but the problem is small misses in the guessing game, leading to some big gains for KayFlock here. KayFlock, totally different artist. KayFlock, I'm sorry.
Let's go. Doing very well and keeping the matchup extremely even between both themselves and PkChris. PkChris may be finding himself a little bit of an edge guard here. The Yo-Yo also going to be expanded, and we jump up, go for the down air into the upper eye. Oh my, you're confident. You're confident.
Okay. PkChris though, slowing it down. We are 2-2. That was the craziest timing on Ness up smash. I always think that's like a checkmate in most practical situations, but like, wow. Okay. It's
like, damn, there goes that charging up, I'm dead. That's immediately what I think all the time. Exactly. I'm cooked immediately.
I'm thinking, what am I doing next stock?
What's my next stock going to look like? How are we going to come down from the stage platform? But I mean, still, KayFlock clearly outplaying everyone here in the audience, and playing very well into the PkChris, still keeping it extremely even as, again, it's 60 to 65%, and setting up the Phantom Knight, also getting in the soft of the lightning kick right there, and allowing PkChris to live a little bit longer here, and also position himself for another really good edge guard. You can see I'm not going for Yo-Yo again.
Right.
He's learned his lesson.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it doesn't work, I'm not going for it again. I'm thinking of all of the other options that we have here, so PK Thunder going to make it back to the ledge. I like the idea right there. Ooh, a little sour spot in the back here, though. Not a big punish. Huge swing from the Phantom, though.
Ooh, big swing. A second one also to set up. Can you get up in time? You absolutely can. Great testing on those great check on those iframes. Still can be anyone's stock here. Phantom Knight can be set up on the bottom in case, you know, Ness gets PkChris a little bit too greedy, but the back throw being one of the strongest, if not the strongest back throw in the game, is taking KayFlock at around 110.
Yeah, pretty much a checkmate situation there. The functional frame trap, right? Ness tracing with the up air, forward air. Really good setup there from PkChris, who's been doing a good job at mixing up the options from the ledge, but that time, KayFlock coming in with the aggressive option. Looks like Chris was not ready for that. Really good mix up there.
What can we see happen here? On the platform, we're going to be duking it out. Going to be seeing KayFlock get the W. Going to be getting the half knight out and kind of punishing Chris or even approaching in the air. Oh, great reflector. And then the Dinge Fire, it all kind of gets covered.
I'm saying, yeah. And that really good use of the Knight right there. Good timing. And the shield pressure, too. Looking kind of rough for PkChris here. KayFlock looking comfortable with this lead.
Oh, you're trying to duke it with the Phantom Knight? My man is strong. Coming over for the fourth throw, sending KayFlock off stage. What is the option? Was not going to be a Yo-Yo for sure. So KayFlock is able to get back to stage almost relatively for free. And look how much space that Phantom Knight occupies. PkChris has nothing to do but to let it wait out. And we miss on an optimal punish on the free fall from the up B.
But still kind of making it work. The air dodge was a little ambitious, but that won't do it. It's like the sourest spot of that move I've ever seen. Also like a fairly low percent on Chris too, so not too surprising, but they're swinging right now. Big dash attack from KayFlock. I like that, the PK Thunder, not usually the option there, but really good to delay and kind of take the Phantom out of the equation. Oh, that's so brave.
That's great. And then, of course, it allows KayFlock to back up from that Ness back here that PkChris was going for. Still, lots of, honestly, just most of his game plan has really just been setting up Phantom Knight and hopefully catching PkChris up in the air where that sword can be. And then catching him on the jump in. The lightning kick, one of the best arrows in the game, one of the strongest as well, and that secures a first game lead for KayFlock.
That was some really good spacing too, just barely catching Chris in the top part of that hitbox. And look at the timing on this.
That was insane.
Unbelievable. Like I said, I always think that's it.
Me too.
I'm done.
I see a yo-yo.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if I roll back, it's gonna hit me. If I jump, it's gonna hit me. If I sit there, it's gonna hit me.
But the timing just worked out, and we were running right back for game 2, still on Pokemon Stadium. The platforms were pretty good for Chris, so I understand wanting to run it back. But the thing is, like, there were a few key moments where the platforms kind of ended up costing Chris some pretty big neutral interactions and some stocks, right? Those lightning kicks that we saw off the platform. Oh,
wow. Well, that timing actually connected. It was very in the middle of the combo. We're going to do about a break camp. Going to be seeing KayFlock set up this Sunday night again and honestly enforce a lot of space, but PkChris opting to go for a more close-range game plan with these forwarders going in for this PK Fire offstage as well, and the soft tail of that forwarder coming through on the side of KayFlock, but PkChris has somehow unlocked something special where he's been very over-aggressive here on not letting Kay really breathe.
Yeah, unfortunately that over-aggression finally costing Chris, running into that Phantom, and now opting to kind of slow it down, change it up a little bit, but on the back foot here at the ledge, you're going to have to try and find a way in. The roll actually worked out perfectly. Spaced just enough that it was kind of confusing whether it be a cross-up or not. Oh, big throw here.
That should be it, yeah. 110, but after the hit, and you're gone. Very, very strong back throw we had said earlier, and not getting a connection on that teleport, which means that PkChris is able to get a little bit of extra credit at the same time. Going for the down throw and trying to reconnect on that platform, but thankfully PkChris understanding I'm a little floatier, I can kind of back up over to the ledge anyway and let you reset on this platform while I just go in and get center stage. Oh, okay. Nice.
Like the idea, you know, PkChris was like, oh, maybe if I just jump out of the way, it'll be fine. But the Phantom had it down pat. The timing was perfect. Great punish right there. Oh, okay. Really good utilization of that neutral special, too. But good PK Fire, finally finding some sort of mid-range answer to those side specials.
Love the PK Fire there, getting an easy 30% on KayFlock that they just did not need in that moment. And we're seeing them off stage as well. What is the option? It's going to be another PK Fire, and like you said, it is doing wonders for this mid-range game that PkChris had to find an answer for, and then you press in. Why? I'm Ness.
It's crazy, too, like those 3 empty hops kind of bait some sort of approach, and pretty much every approach from Zelda loses to the Ness back air, and that's spacing, so really good stuff. Chris definitely feeling a little more comfortable from how these neutral interactions look.
Platform receive, a little bit up air can be seeing double up air, but it's going to be instead PkChris finding the opportunity to utilize that back air as well. And there as well coming through. The Fam Knight may not be the right answer. Overstepped a little bit there. Gets caught out by by the Great Sword, unfortunately for him, but still having a comfortable stock lead and even more comfortable extra credit on KayFlock's last stock. So much so that he takes it and runs with it.
Yeah, really good use of up tilt, which is not a super common move that you see Nesses utilize, but on the platform there we saw sort of like up tilt up air, and then a nice use of Ness's air mobility to get around the down air from KayFlock. Great idea. You know, they're trying to like stop the approach and say, hey, leave me alone, Chris. I need to get back down. But then Chris just said, actually, I have an up air for you.
What's this go? Oh!
This is the dash in, jump back out.
Why are you approaching me?
Yeah.
I like those kind of interactions where it's like, I think it's my turn. And really, it's like, no, not quite yet, bestie.
That is what I wanted you to think, actually. It's still my turn.
I want you to think it's your turn.
Right,
however, still my roll. I rolled a D20.
I get 2 turns, actually.
I get 2 turns.
And finally, though, we're mixing up the stage a little bit. I think the platforms were not really working out, and like especially that very last interaction we saw Chris take advantage. So going for a little bit of a wider platform, or wider stage, wider platform in general, and the platforms are further away from the center. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, okay.
I've also always been a big fan of the fact that this stage doesn't have space underneath it. Doesn't really matter in this matchup, but in general, I like its platform stage. So also very pretty to look at. Kallo's gonna be lots of space to really run around, and it kind of still benefits Ness in a little bit the same way. It's a lot of space, and you also get the shield break, bestie.
Oh, that was so unfortunate because all of the hits collide. Like the stars are lined, right? It was the forward smash hitbox, the reflected Phantom, and it's just a miserable time for KayFlock. But PkChris, it looked like tried to implement that earlier, but didn't really find that sweet spot. That time, it all worked out.
I feel like PkChris, as he died, but as he continues on in like a fight or a match, he does kind of figure out little counterplays or little things that makes his opponent's life so much more difficult, and something like that is OD crazy good to utilize against your opponent. Unfortunately, this was KayFlock's counter pick stage, and maybe I don't really see too much of the game plan shifted from PS2. We're still using those Pan Knights at like very long ranges, and PkChris is now so keenly aware of them that he air dodges away from them and he punishes the approach from KayFlock.
Right. Like
careful.
I like the idea. If you can hit Zelda with the down tilt, the Knight crumbles. Not able to find it though. Good stuff from KayFlock, holding the shield the whole time. But yeah, the Knights are a little irrelevant because... Oh, hold on.
Wait, let's go.
That was probably one of the better ones. But generally the approach that goes with it is getting beat out by Chris, so the Knights don't really add that much to the equation. But you get caught in these situations where Chris is able to run up and down tilt, run up and up smash, like we saw right there. And the Knights maybe are a little more committal than they seem at first.
Absolutely, and we LB and right in place. Minus input of some sort, but that allows for a very easy dash attack coming in from PkChris, but still at 108%. Gotta be careful how you approach on this ledge here. Is gonna be this Van Knight meeting him on the ledge, but not gonna be getting the same value that KayFlock was looking for. We've seen the back throw once more, maybe the platform as a platform extension, but no. Can we find an opportunity for KayFlock to get back in this fight? We are going to be seeing the forwarder come through once more on the side of KayChris. You're off stage. You're getting tilted by. You're getting hurt by getting threatened by down air. You're getting hit by back air. The PK fires in your face. The house is exploding. What's happening?
You're not having a good time. I'll tell you that much. Dash attack. Good way to open up the stage though. Get some space, but the neutral special connects, threatening an aerial here, but good way to get a grab. Up throw not going to do it, but does give some time for the setup here. Unfortunately, not finding the sweet spot on that. Ooh.
Oh, my man, they have a sword!
Oh, no.
He had not spawned in with a sword, and we also... we barely were able to get out of there, but there's a dash tag hitting from a nefarious distance, may I say. 2-1 so far for PkChris. KayFlock trying to counter pick the Kalos, and like we had mentioned, I don't know if that really was the play. It might have been more of a comfort pick than anything else. Because the same game plan is being used from PS2, but I figured that happened. I think that was just where I think that's where it all went wrong.
Yeah, I think it's not new technology or new information or a new idea either, but there's so much extra damage that some interaction like that has, like on a player's mentality. Right? That's not necessarily something you expect to happen. You think it's usually pretty safe to approach with the Knight backup, and then all of a sudden that makes you second guess your whole game plan, frankly, because of how pivotal a move that down special is. Also, shout out to Mr. E. That salad does not look good.
Right? I was looking at it, and I'm like, what's he eating? And I thought it was a salad.
Bro, it looks like a sad Chipotle bowl. But
and he just forced him to eat at this point. But going back to this match, we have reverted back to PS2, back to our old ways. Hold on, kind of new tricks, I fear. So we're going to be seeing PkChris still kind of be in a comfortable position on this stage as well. As and KayFlock at the same time can be a little more comfortable than on Kalos, I must say. But PK fires that PkChris has been adding onto his game plan against KayFlock have been working wonders. I'm so glad that he found that as an actual option rather than just like, I'm going to throw it out and make a wall over here.
We're also on like the third layer of that interaction too, because now we see Chris go for the PK fire, know that the neutral special is going to come out as a reaction, and then jump to the platform and fall down with a back air, or do something that doesn't necessarily stay in that horizontal lane that the neutral special reflect would cut off usually. So really good stuff, good adaptation from both players. It's up to KayFlock to find level 4 essentially now. You gotta find the counter pick to your counter pick to your counter pick, and that's just the name of the game. And when you get just called out by PkChris on the landing, and you're already down a stock, I mean, it's only looking better and better for PkChris as the game goes on, and the PK flash on the reflect was very bold. Okay. Oh, I thought that down here was space, but good stuff from KayFlock. Finding that grab at max range, I managed. Good neutral air too. This is a good opportunity. Try and capitalize at PkChris in the corner, but it's the sour spot forward airs. There's so much of a gamble in that aerial from Zelda. It's kind of rough. Right there, we saw it again.
KayFlock going to be stuffing out any kind of approach from KayFlock on that ledge where PkChris was, allowing him to find an easy and facilitated way back to center stage.
Okay.
But I mean, the up B, will that be enough? Unfortunately not. Ness not super light, not super heavy, but just right, truly. Trying to get the punish, trying to maybe catch a 2-frame of some sort, but still, slightly missed time. Really good timing on PkChris on that PK Fire. I'm sorry, PK Thunder, but you're going to be sent back off stage. PK Flash also coming through to maybe secure a opening away from that Phantom Knight. We're back on stage. We go for the up throw. A little bit down tilt, but that's really all there is to it. Oh, I lied! No, I told the truth.
The timing on the aerial was wild. Great grab right there from KayFlock. Some room to breathe, but the highest possible back air to get around what would have been a punish for KayFlock. Good jump out.
Ooh, good PK Fire as well.
I'm surprised the Knight held on for that long. I thought he would have been like, oh, I'm out. You got hit by PK Fire once, I'm going to disappear. But.
I thought he would have given up too, quit his day job. Oh, KayFlock quitting that stock so early. This is not really where you want to see yourself. Oh, as I say that though, the Fan Knight coming in, securing another little 58 on the PkChris. Maybe looking a little bit better for KayFlock on PkChris' second stock. The Fan Knight has been set up. PkChris has now adjusted so much so that he just jumps right over it, and he's able to find his own combo because of, KayFlock not really expecting it every time.
Oh, hold on though. That neutral special sending to the right is pretty big. What a roll on from PkChris. I didn't expect regular get up into roll. Really good option there, ironically. Up air, fantastic way to keep this pressure up. That could have been a grab.
It could have been a grab, it could have been dash tag, it could have been anything, but it turned out to be nothing. However, we make it right back up with the yo-yo, and that is a 3-1 for PkChris against Free KayFlock, but it's still winner's side, so we will be seeing Free KayFlock hopefully throughout the bracket, of course.
Surely.
You always have 2 lives. It's never, over when it's over in winners, but...
I was going to say, there is an entire half of the bracket where it is in fact over, though. Not this one.
Not this one. We're chilling this one. But like the other half of the bracket...
Do not lose there.
Do not lose there, please.
And it's shaping up to be a rough one, too. I mean, we're still relatively... early in top 24, all things considered. And the talent's kind of stacking up. Like, if I'm watching from the stands and I have to go up against the loser of that match, the winner of that match, like, I am not happy either way. But it's going to be a great time, especially when we consider who we have up next. We have, straight from the Street Fighter setup earlier today, playing the meanest Zangief I've ever seen. Guy.
Oh, you playing Street Fighter today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Went crazy on stream. And then straight from the production desk, although not currently. Wait, is he there?
He's right there.
Oh, that's right.
No, what was killing me is
John
like the announcement being like, John Numbers, go to stream. And then John was like, 1 second.
He went on his own speaker system and said,
he said,
I'll get there.
When I get there. I am 5 feet from it.
I'm saying, let me take off my many hats. Like, what's going on?
Producer?
I'm saying.
Nah, Tio. We don't Tio. Producer, player,
world champion,
Nintendo world champion, John Numbers.
Yeah.
We Fit extraordinaire.
Yeah, all those things are true.
Really good at Rob gyro grabbing.
I'll take your word for that one.
Well, yeah, a whole tutorial on his YouTube. Please go check it out. Like, y'all need it.
Light, bro.
Wait, I'm too short.
That's BDB.
Oh, that's light. Is that actually BDB?
No.
Oh, from the back,
someone in the background is like, that's BDB. Surely BDB.
No, that's Guy.
Yeah. Just like that. No, this random like smasher back here. This is like BDB playing friendly.
We're just lying.
Yeah.
That's Guy.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter player of all. I'm mirrored,
all
guys.
time.
Please, I'm really bad at this. But that's Guy. The Street Fighter player of all time. Mr. E, not enjoying his salad in this little corner right there.
Oh, there's Clive. Yeah.
We got Clive.
Yeah. No, actually, Light is a paid actor from Chipotle, so you can't see Mr. E having a bad time with the bowl. He's miserable back there to trust. It's
he
gonna
was
be a good,
not looking good.
No, it was not. Dude, I'm praying for my guy. It's gonna be a good time though. I'm very excited. This is a bit of a Thank you, production.
Wait,
hold on.
Production.
He found the good
spot.
Hold on. Maybe he was just like toughing it out through the veggies, and now he got to the protein. He's like, hold on. Okay, I take it all back.
We're cooking.
I take it.